Smartphones are now everywhere in Pyongyang. These scenes captured by our reporters would be normal in most places, but in secretive North Korea, it's new. You might think that's good news for North Koreans who can now communicate more openly. Well, actually, the regime is using smartphones and other devices as powerful weapons of mass surveillance. North Korea is in a fight against outside information. And according to people who have recently defected, like this man, the regime has been stepping up censorship efforts.
북한에서 허용하지 않은 그런 모든 콘텐츠의 시청만을 해도 공화국 형법 60조라고 하는 반욕 용모제 쿠데타 모의제인데 형법에 이제 해당시켜서 사용을 합니다. 지금은 실제로.
We wanted to know what it's possible to do with a North Korean smartphone. So, during a recent reporting trip, one of our WSJ colleagues managed to get his hands on a local handset.
We're sitting in Pyongyang. This is a phone lent to me by a North Korean government official. And just want to quickly show what's on this phone. It looks very much like an Android phone you can get anywhere else in the world. And there are lots of apps preloaded on this, like a calculator, lots of games. There we go. Well, the difference is that this phone isn't capable of accessing, I don't believe, the wider internet.
These phones only have access to a network that is confined to the country, or intranet, that is obviously curated by the regime. Seoul, South Korea. Just 35 miles from the border, people have the freedom to buy any smartphone in the market. In Pyongyang, this North Korean woman only had a few choices of handsets, all approved by the government. She recently fled to the south.
뭔가 이게 있으니까 뭔가 좀 내가 좀 다른 사람들보다 좀 다르다는 그런 느낌이 우스해지고 이런 그런 건 좀 있었어요.
At the beginning, she was happy with it. And then one day she learned that the government was monitoring devices around the clock.
그 컴퓨터 분야에서 일하는 사람들이 그럴 가능성도 있다고 말을 해주고 실제로 그렇다고도 말을 해주니까 저희는 좀 무시가니까 잘 모르니까 그래서 몰래 그 정부에 대한 그러니까 뒷소리죠, 막 욕하고 이런 거 할 때는 다른 방에, 그러니까 누구도 없는 방에다 이렇게 갖다 놓기도 하고.
The exact nature of Pyongyang surveillance software remained a mystery for years, until someone leaked software and smuggled out mobile devices.
Inside of the tablet.
Some of which traveled all the way to Florian Grunow's lab in Germany. The IT security expert and his colleagues have extensively analyzed North Korea's technology.
We couldn't see anything else like this. If you want to say so, they are like the market leader in implementing those kind of controls.
Here is Ulim, a tablet that was released in 2015 and only recently got out of the country.
Is basically a very cheap, common Android tablet PC.
This tablet is engineered to prevent file sharing. It only reads two types of files, one that's created or signed by the government and another by the user.
When I click on a file that has not been created on the device or is not signed by the government, then the following happens. It says, this is not signed file.
Users also have no chance to delete their activities or hide them from the authorities. The system takes random screenshots of their browsing history and other apps.
And this is the psychological, social message to not even try to do this because they will find out.
But despite all these measures, a few North Koreans managed to get their hands on foreign content, including CDs and DVDs. This defector says some people are willing to take huge risks to buy phones and other electronic devices that are smuggled from China or South Korea.
불법적인 그런 콘텐츠를 보자 해도 그런 기기들이 필요하니까.
For now, Kim Jong-un has managed to keep control of technology and communication in his country.
Through an effective and credible reign of terror,
According to a high-profile defector who recently testified in Congress, outside information would undermine the regime more than any threats of military action or economic sanctions.
If we continue and expand our activity of disseminating information to educate North Korean people in the long run, I'm absolutely sure that North Korean people one day would stand up to change the course.